Okay, so we are reading The Humming Effect by Jonathan Goleman. We are on the last chapter, chapter 8, Concluding Thoughts, page number 104 of the book.
110 of the PDF. Concluding thoughts. From both peer-reviewed research and our own experiences, we know that humming creates an almost immediate calming effect and is a supportive treatment for stress.
Shimangla, your mic.
There's
Okay,
no
so there was a story which Nagarji shared in the Gita talk. He said that when he used to conduct certain program for youngsters in America. And what used to happen in the dining room, etc., people used to be making the children used to be making a huge racket, and the people who were looking after them, and I mean the what do you call them? The what is called the captain
monitors.
supervisors or whatever.
Yeah.
They used to be keeping on blowing whistles, and they never used to quieten down. So what Nagarji did, he said that okay, don't blow your whistle, just keep quiet. And then five of them they stood in a line and they started chanting Om. And as soon as they started chanting Om, immediately the whole room went quiet. So what he's saying over here is that we know that humming creates an almost immediate calming effect and is a supportive treatment for stress. So whenever we are stressed out, if we can hum, automatically our stress comes down. And what we get from the Monroe process is that when you're doing resonant tuning, it actually energizes you. And I use it all the time to energize myself. Whenever I'm feeling low, I'll start humming. If I'm stressed out, I'll start mumbling or I'll start vibrating. Okay. Even with children, you'll see that they're doing something, they're humming. If you see with workmen, they're constantly humming. So it always energizes. So automatically humming takes care of stress.
There's no doubt about it. We ourselves use humming whenever we feel ourselves getting tense, and then we feel better. It appears, however, that much of the medical community at this time prefers to treat stress with pharmaceuticals.
So, okay, now the medical community, right? When you're going to become a doctor, hardly any amount of time is spent on nutrition, how to breathe, what other wellness techniques there are. The entire allopathic medical profession is based on chemicals and what is the effect of a chemical on our body system.
Certain colleagues of ours in the medical arena have had success using humming with their patients, but the majority of MDs to whom we've suggested humming as a therapeutic practice seem skeptical and uninterested in pursuing the potential benefits.
Shimangla,
We've
is your
run
fan on? There's a background noise. Or are you using your headphone again?
one second. Certain colleagues of ours in the medical arena have had success using humming with their patients, but the majority of MDs to whom we've suggested humming as a therapeutic practice seem skeptical and uninterested in pursuing the potential benefits. We've run into a lot of red tape and regard to implementing humming in medical settings. This does not mean that humming doesn't work. It simply means that it has not yet reached mainstream acceptance. We continue to work, teach, and investigate, and we look forward to the time in the future when humming will be used to its maximum potential. What is that maximum potential? Let's restate our humming hypothesis. The theory is this. The act of humming creates vibrations within the brain that stimulate a plethora of neurochemicals such as melatonin and nitric oxide, as well as microtubules of different cells in the brain. The vibrational effect stimulates the repair of damaged or diseased cells, the generation of new cells, and the formation of new synaptic pathways. Simply put, it is possible to create new neural networks in the brain through self-created sounds such as humming.
So everyone got that? Basically, when we are humming, we are stimulating the neural pathways, and the neural connections are what creates intelligence in us. It creates wisdom in us. It creates our capacities of what we can do. So automatically humming can have a very, very powerful effect on all aspects of our life.
This is the humming hypothesis, and we believe it has great implications with regard to Alzheimer's, strokes, various head injuries, PTSD, and many other conditions and diseases related to neurological imbalances, as well as an overall state of physical, emotional, and spiritual well being. We trust that very soon the power of humming to create positive and beneficial vibrational effects will become recognized and validated by the scientific and medical communities and used to assist the healing process.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the tracks that are there on the group. So you all can access the tracks which were there. Okay. And the book is also more or less all the pages have been posted on the group. So literally, if you want, you can refer to the pages and also go through the exercises if you want to. But by just listening to the tracks, I guess you will get it. So if you start practicing with that, automatically it will help you to synthesize it.
A new beginning. We now come to the end of this book. At this point in your reading, you will have begun to realize the incredible potential of humming, including the extraordinary possibility that the hum may well have been the original sound of creation. Thus, it feels most appropriate to suggest that here, rather than reaching an ending, you have entered into a new beginning.
So again, as we learn new things, we are putting ourselves on the pathway of new growth, new neural growth. That's why it's so important to indulge in new things so that we create and generate new pathways for ourselves. So as soon as we've learned what humming can do for us and we start utilizing it, it naturally creates a new beginning, a new energy in our entire life system.
We trust that this book will help guide you along your journey with sound as a healing modality, with a special emphasis on the power of the hum, and in particular the conscious hum. Perhaps it will give you a new awareness of the power of sound, particularly if you have never considered humming in any serious fashion. There is so much fascinating material on the hum that we have not included in this book. But in our attempt to keep the information about humming as uncomplicated as possible, we decided that we could not present it all. We have, however, decided that we would be remiss if we did not include some mention of humming bees,
Shimangla, what network are you on?
particularly Sanskrit form humming
Shimangla,
bee.
what network are
On
you? Oops.
decided that we would be remiss if we
Recording pause कर दिया था. Shimangla,
yeah.
you pause the recording क्या?
No.
Oh shit. Oh, चलो.
कहाँ से paused था?
अरे.
Maybe the audio tracks. The audio tracks that accompany this book are designed to assist you on your journey towards experiencing the transformational power of your own hum. Download at audioinnertraditions.com HumF. Throughout this book, whenever an audio track is appropriate, we make the suggestion to listen to it. As we note in our introduction to the audio tracks, we found that sometimes hearing the example of humming exercise is very helpful. Since the quality and range of our voice is different for each of us, we are not expecting you to try to duplicate the way we sound. We are just giving you examples of what these exercises could sound like. When you're practicing the exercises in this book, we suggest that you find a place where you can make sound without being disturbed. We also suggest that you sit with your back straight and follow the instructions we give for each exercise. You'll probably find it helpful to listen to the recorded example first and then try the exercise. Our first track is an introduction, which we trust will make even clearer the purpose of these audio tracks. The next 4 tracks are self-explanatory. The track that follows is a conclusion, which we trust you will also find helpful in assisting as you experience the amazing power of the hum. We recommend that you go through these tracks in the same order in which you encounter them in the book. When you come upon a statement that asks you to listen to a specific track, we suggest that you do so then and not before. The last track, Constant Hum, is a recording of many hundreds of people humming together. We found that having a recording such as this playing in the background can sometimes assist and make it even more fun if you hum along with it. When you are making your own sound, remember that it's important to stay in your comfort zone, not straining your vocal cords. Louder is not better, and it's not necessary to make a loud sound in order to of your own voice. Last, please enjoy yourself when you make these sounds. When we find ourselves humming, we naturally feel good. As you become more consciously aware of your hum, remember to enjoy the experience.
So these are the tracks which are there. So that concludes this book. Basically, the next is all the basically the books that they have referred to while doing this making the book. Okay, so there is a book called, one second. Yeah, butterfly. So, yeah, so anyone, anything to say? So basically after that, it's all the reference.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
Can anybody listen to this humming tracks?
Yeah, why not?
I can share.
I will
Okay.
be posting the tracks on the WhatsApp group, on the book reading WhatsApp group. So you all can take it from there and listen
Yes.
to it from there itself if you like.
Okay.
Why is your voice sounding so different?
किसका voice?
का?
इनका voice. ठीक ही तो voice है.
ठीक. No, yours.
हम लोग को तो ठीक लग रहा है.
नहीं, Ilya का voice. I thought it as if someone
Let's
else.
have some. Okay, let me stop this recording now.